Do they not know, like, when she was gone, it went back to the year before she was in the league?
Yeah.
You guys as a group, what is very important? Because this is not men and women. Men are thinking business. You guys are thinking emotional. Right? You guys think, why does she deserve?
Because not one of them girls is going to go in there and be like, I think she probably should be on.
An ex-NBA star just dropped a truth bomb so big it deserves its own jersey number. The WNBA messed with Caitlin Clark, and now the basketball gods are circling like, you sure about that? This isn't just a slip-up. It's the kind of fiasco that lands in documentaries with ominous music. Buckle up. Someone lit the fuse, and now we get to watch the league scramble like it misplaced the playbook. Let the chaos begin.
Winning gold, that's not the issue, right? You're saying millions of people will be mad if she doesn't play a lot. Well, that means a million people won't be viewing if she's not on the team. So if she's on a team,
they're watching.
The jersey sales. Do you think you can sell more jerseys without her or with her? Obviously, it's going to be with her.
Absolutely.
USA jersey with her name on it is going to sell.
Everything other than basketball lines up for Caitlin. Everything other than basketball lines up for Caitlin to be on the team.
Yes. So
at this point, Caitlin Clark starting her own league might be the best business move in women's sports since Serena picked up a racket. Let's be real, she's already a one-woman economy. Ticket sales up, TV ratings through the roof, merch vanishing like hotcakes at a free brunch. And how does the WNBA respond? By treating her like an unpaid intern in her own spotlight.
The most popular that everyone's fucking with, if you take her off the court, you're back to what you guys were.
The ratings, all that shit.
Why would you even, like, just enjoy and go on with it? Like, think about what they was getting paid before they said, Jordan, you're the...
Honestly, it's impressive how an entire league can fumble the bag this hard, this often. For decades, they begged to be seen, to be respected, to be marketed. We need visibility, they said. We need support, they pleaded. Then the basketball gods dropped Caitlin Clark in their laps, a golden goose with a killer jump shot and endless charisma. And what did they do with this generational gift? Smothered her in weird politics, cold shoulders, and enough passive aggression to fuel a family reunion.
Caitlin Clark finished 9th in player voting. In fact, she finished behind one of her own teammates in player voting for the All-Star game. The pettiness has no bounds. But it's interesting, for years, the WNBA players were pointing fingers. They were saying people are sexist, the media is sexist, we're not being promoted, we're underappreciated. And then they get the golden goose and they don't like what it looks like. Iowa girl, Indiana girl. Well, who knows, and I've said this for years, when the wave hits...
Imagine begging for a lifeboat for years, finally getting one, and then deciding to poke holes in it. That's what this feels like. The league pleaded for mainstream attention and got it, in the form of a blonde assassin from Iowa with a flair for the dramatic and a three-point range that laughs at physics. And suddenly, it's either too much attention or not the right kind. Make it make sense.
WNBA voted Caitlin Clark as the 9th best guard. They sure pay a lot of attention to the 9th best guard. I saw that you put out jealous is the word. I would agree with that. There is still, to this day, a lot of jealousy, and I think maybe it's even getting worse. I do.
I thought we were turning a corner here, Dan. I thought we saw her teammates having her back. I thought we were maybe settling down with this obsession with Caitlin Clark and this. It really feels almost like a hatred toward her, but it's clearly
It's got serious middle school lunch table energy. Caitlin's the new kid with the designer backpack, and everyone's salty. They guard her like she owes them money, hack her for fun, then act blind when she's on the floor. And when she keeps smiling, signing autographs, and driving ratings, that just annoys them more. Truth is, Caitlin could start her own league tomorrow, call it Clarkland, and outdraw half the WNBA. Fans, sponsors, docuseries, action figures. Done. Meanwhile, the league finally has someone who moves the needle, and they pick now to play gatekeeper. bold move.
Established stars in this WNBA constantly, quietly, privately complain to their coaches and to their team executives about Caitlin Clark getting way too much attention and way too much credit for the exploding TV ratings. The attitude I sense from so many other older WNBA players seems to be, what are we, chopped liver? It's not just her driving these ratings. What have we been doing all these years? Sorry, ladies, but compared to her drawing power, you are chopped.
WNBA acts like popularity is scarce, as if Caitlin Clark getting attention somehow stars everyone else. Newsflash, attention isn't pie. Her spotlight grows the game. If she's packing arenas, drawing sponsors, and breaking engagement records, that's good for business. Yet they treat her like an intruder. Being brilliant shouldn't be a problem. Meanwhile, talking heads bend over backwards to downplay her impact. She's not that good, they mutter, as she hits logo threes and carries the league's buzz. It's giving bitter X. Analysts who couldn't dribble are now the gatekeepers of what's real basketball. Sure, that's why Caitlin should start her own league, where talent, charisma, and marketing aren't dirty words.
So we've talked WNBA, we've talked Angel Reese, we've talked all the things that are going on. There's been this back and forth from all the WNBA players that the league is not just Caitlin Clark. Stop acting like the league is not just Caitlin Clark. There are other people who are doing things. So Caitlin Clark has been injured, so she hasn't been playing. Since Caitlin Clark went down, the WNBA ratings have dropped over 55% across the board.
Hey, guess what, guys?
The league is Caitlin Clark.
The league is Caitlin.
Call it the Caitlin Circuit and watch tickets move faster than Beyonce. Every game and event, halftime shows, shoe drops, real buzz. Because let's be real, Caitlin Clark is the show, even the ones pretending not to care are watching. Yet the league wraps her brilliance in red tape and petty politics. It's like handing someone a Bugatti and saying, drive it blindfolded. She's not perfect. Who is? But since when did being excellent make you a target? Let her breathe. Let her build. Caitlin might be the only one who could tear this down and rebuild it into something fan-friendly and actually fun. Right now, the league's just teaching a masterclass in fumbling the bat.
Relationships, Alyssa Thomas. During the playoffs, she spoke out and condemned racism. The Fever fans were being the Fever fans.
Yeah, they wanted to latch on to Caitlin Clark and then use her as like this fuel to be able to be the way that they want it to be. They want her to be the representation of their racism, and she's not like that. You have to be careful when you say like the Fever fans, because I don't think it's the Fever fans. I think it's the people that wanted Caitlin Clark to be a certain type of way, and they thought that she was, and so they became Caitlin Clark fans, assuming that, and then they realized like, oh no, she's actually.
That's why Caitlin doesn't just deserve her own league, she might need one. She's making history while everyone else plays ego games. Is this about growing the sport or protecting pride? Because if it's the latter, damage done. And when Caitlin finally moves on or builds her own empire, the same people who iced her out will pretend they backed her all along. Spoiler, receipts exist. Maybe it's time to stop begging for a seat and build the whole restaurant. Caitlin's got the talent, the brand, and the fan base. All she needs is a league smart enough to let her cook. Because if you won't protect a player like that, you don't deserve to keep her. Simple. The WNBA treats success like it's a virus, and Caitlin Clark is patient zero. Only this league could turn its biggest gift into a liability.
She had Van Slugenhagen on her. She was like, I'm offended that y'all have white defensive players guarding me, and she put her in the torture chamber. You should have known from her little face that she didn't want this matchup from the beginning. Caitlin reminds me of what Dame does. If anybody ever noticed, her first shot, always a three. First quarter, second quarter, third. She sets the distance on her first shot, so you have to guard her there. Now she can do whatever she wants to do. She's playing a chess game. That's what Dame does. He starts his game off. He's gonna shoot a deep ass three to force you to go.
You want to go see Caitlin Clark tonight in Atlanta? You know what that's costing you? Right now on the secondary market, cheapest ticket, $296.
Wow. Okay.
That's bananas to me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Like, I'm a Caitlin Clark believer, but that's $300 to go sit at the top of State Farm Arena?
That's wild. That's wild. So the dream.
There ain't a Hawks game.
Right.
That costs $300. I'm talking Steph's there, LeBron's there, KD's there. You don't pay $300 to get in.
I think that's true.
Is she the biggest draw in basketball?
No.
Yes.
No.
I just